You're not going to like what I have to say after this point. If you are fat, obese, and you want to be proud of being fat and obese, get the real. The only reason you want to be proud of being fat and obese is because you're lazy. And I know I have all rights to say that because I was fat. Get the off your ass. Welcome back to another video, man. Hope your day is going good. And in today's video, man, we got Gen Z hates their bodies. Now, I don't know why, but I actually believe this video is true. You know, the thing about it is, man, we all have basic levels of body dysmorphia. You know what I'm saying? But when you're in that fitness world, 10 times worse. T-Row!
I believe it. All these females out here getting BBLs. They getting lipo. I even seen Batman Kevo got the lipo or the...
Is he Gen
whatever
Z?
He got.
I don't think he's Gen Z, but I guess. Yeah. It's becoming more of a thing. It's more prevalent now, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Niggas out here trying to get six packs and shit without going to the gym.
Shit crazy. They get into it.
Fat, skinny, or fit, Gen Z, or, well, society as a whole, can't seem to grasp the concept of healthy relationships with their bodies. And these insecurities that they've developed have gotten so bad that they've began attacking other people for their own size or shape. Now, starting the topic off with fit people, you might be asking, how could fit people possibly be having unrealistic standards with their own body image? You might recognize this man right here on screen by the name of Arnold Schwarzenegger. Former bodybuilder who became an actor and then a governor and all the other career achievements he had in his life. Now, I vividly remember seeing this man a lot of times growing up in my childhood, specifically in the movies Terminator, and thinking this is peak male physique. Athletic, bodybuilder, Kratos build, Zeus build. Now, as I said before,
I never thought it was peak male physique. I'm not gonna lie to you. You know who I saw and thought was instant peak male physique? Michael Jordan. It sounds crazy, ain't it?
Yeah.
But he was skinny. You could see all his muscle fibers. And that nigga was balling. What the fuck? That's who I was trying to look like. MJ, nigga, I want to get skinny. Skinny and shredded.
Should have shaved your head too.
No, not that far, girl.
before to my little itty-bitty, stupid,
do it all the way.
Fuck that.
puny, putrid mind, I thought it doesn't get any better than this. This is what we should all strive for. But in Arnold's own eyes, he didn't even agree himself.
I looked in the mirror and I said, listen, I don't know how this body can ever win.
This man calls himself small. He must have been talking about himself, you know what I'm saying, downstairs. Not too many inches on him or something, bro. But one thing I'm starting to notice is that this sentiment is becoming much more common within gym goers in today's day. I started seeing more posts like this. Just realized I'm still single because I'm not big enough. POV, you realize the reason you're still single is because your muscles aren't big enough. Buddy, how much bigger does it get? Yo, hey, yo, bro, hey, yo. POV, you realize the reason she hurt you is because your muscles aren't big enough. All right, bro, it's getting a little corny. Just realized I'm still single because I'm not big enough. We need to address this whole single thing because some of y'all think that you gotta get Kratos God mode build, whatever you want to call it, in order to snag a woman. I thought this was gonna be about females. You talking about niggies?
That's what I'm saying.
Well, you never know what the future holds.
He's talking about niggies and he's talking about Johnsons.
You never know what the future holds.
He made a double entendre in this bitch. Like, I'm tired of this shit.
It might get to the females later on.
Do all this. That's the mindset of the dude who was like, I'm 8 inches and thick.
But dudes not being confident within their bodies is just...
No, but Trent, bro, I told you this from the very beginning of the video game. I said, bro, listen. You dudes who is in the fitness space, we all naturally have body dysmorphia. I'm sure you looked in the mirror one time and said, damn, I wish I could get a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't give a fuck.
No, you don't give a fuck now because you're growing. You're getting older. Getting older and you realize I'd rather look like this than fat.
Bro, I've been skinny my whole life.
Trent.
I've been accepting it.
You would rather look like this than fat, right?
Of course.
Okay, so that's why you accepted it. Yeah. Because if it was vice versa, if you were fat, You would not want to enter your 30s fat.
Hell no.
You would be trying to do everything in your
No,
power.
sir.
Exactly. And
Nah, get fat, man.
it's the same thing for me. Because of the knowledge I have on how my body works, how food affects my body, the amount of experiments I've done with my workouts and my diet, I know that the only way for me to get fat is if I get lazy for a whole 2 months and just ignore everything.
Yeah.
Ignore all my knowledge. That's the only way.
I don't even know how to get fat, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
I gotta eat like 10,000 calories.
it's different. It's different between me and you. It's different to me. Me and you have two different body types.
Yeah.
I came from being fat. You know that. So it's like you could always get back there if you just fall off the wagon.
Yeah.
But it's like with knowledge and the amount of efforts and shit that you see me do, bruh, I can't fall off unless I just decide just fuck it.
Yeah.
I just want to get fat again.
For sure.
How about loving and respect?
Body
Like the
builder
gym or
crashes
working out
up.
is not something you can use
Yeah.
to overcompensate for
Crashing
other things where
up.
you're lacking in. And also, not everybody's gonna like you. Learn to come to terms with that. Just because she dubbed you, it might
Exactly.
just be because you're an idiot. Or maybe you're chopped. The saying comparison is the thief of joy is definitely a 100% true. Once you start comparing your body to other people who are bigger than you, other people who are smaller than you, there's always gonna be a bigger fish. And when you're constantly in the mirror like these and doing this and doing all that stuff, you're looking at yourself 24/7. You're low-key becoming way too self-obsessed, or you learn to hate yourself. Brief intermission. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel and the second channel link in the description. And one thing I have noticed, the people who don't see progress within themselves when they're hitting the gym or lack contempt with their physique, they're all staring at themselves for way too long in that damn mirror. Like, I've seen countless posts like these.
But when you look in the mirror, you just be looking like like all day yesterday I was at the beach and I was just getting ridiculous compliments on my body, like even from friends I hadn't seen in like a month. Oh.
Now this is some light-skinned nigga shit. I'm not gonna lie, I've been where this nigga was. Y'all remember back when we was in 24? Like, I'm not even gonna go back to college days because I talk about that shit so much. Let's go back to the little 4-month stint where me, you, and EJ were working out at 24.
Yeah.
I was going to 24 6 days a week.
Yeah.
And you remember what 57 he seen me coming through the door? He's like, oh, bro, you look like Debo.
Yeah.
Debo in this bitch. Nigga, I didn't see it. The only way I saw it was when I took a picture and I looked at myself in the mirror. And then I got fatter a couple months later and I was like, oh shit. I was shredded.
Oh, you got ripped. And I'm like, what do y'all see? I want to know what y'all see. Show me.
And it's getting to points where, like, you're not even allowed to accept compliments because you think that they're bullshitting you. Because either, number one, you're looking at yourself way too much, or you're comparing yourself to other people way too much. Now, I got a question for you. What do you think happens to people when they clearly work out a lot and they still think that they're not big enough? They're never seeing any progress in their own mind. Whenever they look in the mirror, they still see a bag of bricks, a sack of potatoes. They think they're built like Choji from Naruto or Dobby from Harry Potter. They start thinking, if I can't get big naturally, you know what the greats did, right? Gotta start taking roids, hop on gear. Like in this post from earlier, the top comment is, this a sign to hop on?
I'm just going to say this, man. I've always been natural my whole life. And I used to look at some of these guys that got big, especially when I was in college and I was lifting 500, 600 plus pounds, bruh. I was like, bro, why am I lifting all this weight and I'm not getting big? Like, I can't get big, bro. I'm eating 3 fucking meals a day, nothing but protein. I didn't eat a lot of carbs. I'm not finna lie. I was carb cutting. But I ate a lot of fucking protein, a lot of vegetables, bro. I was full around the clock. I felt like there was no way I shouldn't have gotten like huge. But all that ever happened was I just got toned.
Yeah.
And I would just be like, I'll be so mad about it, bro. I remember my ex used to be like, Jordan, your body just can't get any bigger, bro. I feel like that's the case for a lot of people. Our bodies cannot get bigger without that roid, bro. You just won't get to those sizes. It's impossible.
Yeah.
So when niggas talking about, oh, I'm this size, I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger and I didn't take steroids. Lying ass nigga. You can't get that big without doing that shit, bro. It's not possible, bro. I've tried it several times. Maybe it's not in the cards for me. Maybe I'm just, maybe I just can't get that size.
Yeah.
But I just don't think it's possible, bro. Because everybody always backs me up with that. Like, when I tell them about my struggle to grow, they tell me, yeah, bro, them niggas be taking steroids.
Every day I gain a reason to hop on gear. Now there is tons of different reasons why gear, whatever you want to call it, is very horrible for you. It affects your hormones. I heard it makes your meat smaller. I heard it causes like male pattern baldness.
22.
You're 22 years old?
What?
Yo,
And we've all
That boy
heard of
look
something
30,
called roid
40.
rage.
That boy
Now,
look
one
like
thing
he's
about
40.
this substance that's different than all the other substances
Sheesh.
is that this is the one that gets you compliments. If you're hitting one of these, people gonna look down on you, bro. But if you're doing gear
yeah, bro, don't ever try to hit the joint again, bro. That shit look weak.
and you're lifting, they're gonna be like, damn, bro, you're looking big. Go to the beach, the huz might start talking to you, come to Miami for spring break and all that. It makes you think, oh, I need to do another cycle of this. I need to do it again. And sooner or later,
Let me
come to
ask you
Miami for
something.
spring break and all that. It makes you think, like, damn, bro, you're looking
Let me ask you something. For the guys who take the roids, right? I'm just asking. For y'all who watch the video and you are on the roids,
people look
right?
down on you, bro. But if you're doing gear and you're lifting,
When you're walking by and people just be
they're gonna be like, damn,
acting
bro,
like you're a museum character, do you feel good about that? Like, honestly, I'm just asking a genuine question here. Do you feel like genuinely proud of yourself? Like, oh my God, I did something with my life. I'm some kind of stat. It's almost like I look at it like I'm some kind of monkey. Like I'm some kind of side circus thing. That's how I feel when I see shit like this. Like, yeah, oh yeah, they're taking pictures of me, but do I know these people? So what am I? They don't even expect me to live long because I'm on steroids. That's the belief, right? So why would I want people to take a picture of me like I'm some kind of fucking amusement item? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just don't know. Like, do you work that hard in the gym just to feel good about that? Like, I just want to know.
I already
big,
know it,
go to the
dude,
beach,
man.
the
Boost
huz
the
might start
ego.
talking to you, come to Miami for spring break and all that. It makes you think, oh, I need to do another cycle of this. I need to do it again. And sooner or later, you start looking like Popeye the Sailor Man. And in very extreme cases, there are people like these who actually
That's
put things
disgusting.
to their arm to make them look bulkier, and they start looking like inflatable water
Oh
balloons.
my
This is like a
God.
Chinese or Japanese
Ain't
alcoholic
no
jug.
way.
Something you drink out of
They-
and start doing the
Yo.
drunken fist. Like,
So what those niggas do, I watched that video like 7 years ago. What those guys are doing is they inject fucking castor oil and soybean oil into their
What
skin
the heck?
to give the appearance of muscle.
Yeah.
But it's not really muscle, it's just oil under their skin.
Yeah, that's
Fucking nasty.
it look disgusting, bro.
like Rock Lee. Like, bro,
Nasty.
this
Like
looks like
some
a birth defect. And
cartoon
obviously, this is the extreme
type
cases
shit.
of body
Yeah.
image unsatisfaction. But it's easy to see the pipeline
And
of
they
how
think
this
they
might
look good
occur.
like
This
that.
gear culture is starting to become much more normalized. I'm seeing it in more comment sections. I'm seeing it among your favorite influencers. Your favorite influencer, there's a good chance that bro is not natural anymore. And a lot of times, these influencers or these actors will lie
This is
about,
talk about The
being
Rock.
natural so that their audience thinks, damn, like this guy is huge. He's a top 1% genetics. Or two, it
I
makes the
don't
viewer
think
think,
The
damn,
Rock
I
is
need to be this
natural,
big.
bro.
How do I get this
Yeah,
big?
I
And
was
I can't get this big
wondering,
unless I
like,
start hopping on too.
He
But who
are
do you
some
think
of
is really
these
watching these
wrestlers and
Bro, when The Rock hopped up on that movie Fast and Furious, I knew that nigga was on roids. I was like, damn, this nigga 3 times the size what he usually is.
yeah,
Holy shit.
yeah.
Then they want to talk about the Rock diet. And then, first of all, I ain't even finna lie to you. I could not even eat more than 3-4 meals of the Rock's diet. That nigga eats chicken, broccoli, and eggs in a routine cycle
Uh-huh.
of 12 meals per day. 12!
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
I couldn't do that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
influencers and becoming influenced. It's young people. And here's where I
I
start
would
pulling out
just
certain
throw
studies like
up
this.
trying to
Reports
eat
are
that
finding
much
that
food.
teens and young adults are resorting to gear and other performance-enhancing substances to change their physique. According to the Australian National Non-Medical Anabolic, gear usage tripled in the last 18 years between 2001 and 2019. There's an increasing concern regarding a rise in body dissatisfaction in young males, particularly around masculinity. Individuals develop an unhealthy obsession with muscle growth and definition. And if you don't believe that study, let's hop back on the social media platforms because I got evidence. I always got receipts. Like average 14-year-old on
Drink, boy, I got your bitch all in these. The big bounce in this bitch.
I know
Oh Lord,
Hold on.
look at his back, bro.
At 14, you got a
Oh.
back like this, boy?
Oh Oh my God.
Boy, y'all that shit.
Yeah, but what
my
I'm saying
God.
is, look at the bumps though.
Yeah.
The first one he had no bumps.
Yeah.
This one he got all those black bumps or whatever that is on his back, bro.
Yeah, because of the steroid usage.
Yeah.
And it's because he's a teenager who's still going under hormones. Stupid ass nigga.
Yeah.
And he think that, bruh, his back is the size of a filet sandwich. You ever like had one of those
This
chicken?
man is funny.
It's the same shape. It's the chicken filet that you might eat in a Chick-fil-A sandwich, bro. That's
I know instantly some of y'all are gonna think, oh, he's probably lying, he might be older. Either way, this man is glorifying the use of said substance for people who are young watching the video. This man right here was one of the youngest bodybuilders. Says right here he's 19 years old, and in order to win certain competitions, you need to be using, because you're competing with grown men who are also using something. Anytime you use any other substance at a young age, everybody's gonna look down on it. But for this, they're congratulating bro for winning the competition, which, yeah, you know, congratulations. But at the same time, bro, is this something we should really be looking up to and being like, damn, like this is a good thing, this is a trend that we should keep continuing? And I know somebody's gonna be like, oh, he's 18, he's 19, let him do whatever he wants. But bro, if your 18 or 19-year-old brother was in the back snorting crack, would y'all be out here telling bro, good job, amazing, this is good? No. Now this post I just seen is a perfect segue into the next talking point of today's video. Basically, this video is talking about a person who, you know, struggles with body dissatisfaction and things like that. And the top comment right here says, people always tell me how lucky I am because I'm skinny. Little do they know I hate how skinny I am. This is good because the next topic we're gonna talk about is skinny people. Now this is the perfect domain for me to start speaking, you know, my knowledge, because hey, somebody,
that boy T-Raw. That nigga T-Raw.
Love yourself, man.
gonna be like, hey, what do you know about fitness?
Hey, listen, bro, listen. I love my body, gang. I'm gonna get up and show y'all my six-pack at the end, gang. I love myself.
You're right, but you know what I do know about?
I work
skinny,
for this
bro.
shit.
Look at this, all right? People in my school were making fun of me for my size and my weight. I was like 99 pounds as a freshman, short and petite. And if you ever do say that you have some type of body image issue or dissatisfaction with your shape and size, there's somebody in your ear telling you, bro, stop complaining. At least you're not fat like me. Like, damn, bro, we can't grieve. We're not allowed to feel the same human emotions as you. Now, I know that society has pretty much always believed that being skinny is better, especially better than being fat.
That's
among Gen Z, there has been a, let's say, rise in glorifying
oh my
being
God.
unhealthily
And it's a
skinny,
dude.
especially when you're into things like fashion. There's people who make videos saying that like being tall and skinny, so everything is automatically fashionable. Being a skinny,
hey, you know, there's actually a new thing that's saying that skinny guys are actually like flow on the flexible side.
You say they do what?
They flow on the flexible side. Going both ways, bro.
I mean,
they live the alternative
debatable.
lifestyle.
That's debatable.
That's debatable.
Yeah.
You can't look at that boy Cardi.
person myself, this is definitely an interesting topic, because skinny people were often told like, oh, you are the standard, you are what people are striving to look like. But at the other hand, there's a lot of skinny people who look at themselves in the mirror and be like, damn, I'm way too small. But at the same time, there are people who are skinny, like influencers, who do these things skinny flexing. And basically what you need to know is it's the money spread for females or women, where they'll flex the fact that they're skinny in different ways. And I guess this like triggers other people, I don't know. And I mean, to me, this is definitely like a slippery slope, because on one hand, you can say, oh, this person is trying to feel confident in their body, which they should be able to do. Okay, a few tricks to tell an outfit of the day is disguise check. Hips are pushed back instead of relaxed. Holding baggy clothes in, excessive staring at the screen. If you're asking yourself, do I look thin in this before posting? It's kind of weird, because for a man, I feel like nobody would really care. I'm gonna be so honest with you. Like, there are tons of dudes who like pull their shirt in and try to flex their muscles, and everybody in the comments are just like, yo, you look big, bro. Or like, it's called posing to look extremely skinny. It's because the disastrous effects of the diet industry and social conditioning against women. Okay, I don't know, I definitely could understand, okay, yeah, social norms say that women need to be skinny, and so a woman being skinny on internet triggers some people, I guess. Me personally, if I see a dude body hacking, I'm probably just gonna turn my phone off, or I'm gonna like the video if I think it's a cool video, or bro looks good in the video. Like, I don't know, I don't care. But that leads me to another point, because a lot of people were giving this creator a lot of backlash, named Clara Dow. So this woman right here has 3 million followers on TikTok. Apparently her entire content is just about being flat-chested and being skinny.
For me, I really like corn.
What do you like about corn? Okay.
It has the juice.
Okay, so she makes body positive content to an extent. But this is why I said
Hey,
that Gen Z and a
and
lot of other
she's
people are
happy
starting to
that she
begin to
don't
hate
got
on other
it.
people's body structures when they're
I'm
being
happy
body
for her.
positive. And like now she's getting canceled. So I only eat when I'm hungry, embarrassing. I used to like
'Cause
you, go away.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm gonna say this, man. Any woman that's willing to embrace who she is, no matter her shape and size, I love you more for it. Now, you're not gonna like what I have to say after this point. If you are fat, obese, and you want to be proud of being fat and obese, get the fuck real. The only reason you want to be proud of being fat and obese is because you're fucking lazy. And I know I have all rights to say that because I was fat. Get the fuck off your ass.
Who asked? I used to like you. So we get it, bro. OMG, we get it. This is her whole personality. It's definitely a tough situation. It's kind of like, okay, a person who was being overly body positive in a way, which is kind of crazy. Like, you can be overly body positive. From what I've seen, especially on the women's side, like, oh, if you're skinny, you're much more susceptible to being accused of fishing for compliments, not being able to feel insecure. Like, if I got bullied for something, who are you to tell me that I shouldn't make body positive content about it? Now, apparently the reason why everybody's hating her right now is because she came out on a YouTube video and explained her reasons for being skinny and like why she's able to maintain this type of physique, and it's because she only eats when she's extremely hungry. And people were really mad because you have a very impressionable child audience that watches you and such, and I can definitely see how this would influence them into like very poor eating habits. She already responded to the backlash. So I just said I don't eat when I'm not hungry. Okay, so in the caption she said, you guys are being dramatic for no reasons, stop playing the victim. She said 2,500 calories a day is stuffing. This is definitely interesting because I do feel like in the gym culture, if you promote like dieting and eating less for the sake of losing weight in like the gym or cutting, or you're counting calories and you're only eating a certain amount of food every day, or you're only eating lean beef protein and things like that, people aren't gonna get on your head. But at the same time, I've noticed like, okay, if a skinny person says to be skinny, they eat less. Like, yeah, duh. Breaking news. Obviously, you shouldn't promote bad habits to teenagers, but look at her, bro. What do you think? If you ask her what she does to maintain her skinniness, man, again, it's as simple as she doesn't eat that many calories, bro. Now, briefly speaking about fat people, I've already made like 2 different videos about fat people in the way that they face, you know, certain backlash that is unfair. I've noticed that when a fat person's doing like a mukbang or a skinny person's doing a mukbang, people will look at the fat person and be like, yo, you need to chill, versus the skinny person doing the exact same mukbang. Nobody's saying you need to chill, even though they're both technically performing an unhealthy eating habit or promoting unhealthy eating habits, right? And we can definitely talk about,
I'm not gonna lie. Look at bro and tell me you don't feel like he needs to be on a diet.
Of course.
fat people. I've
As
already
he's
made, like,
getting
2
ready to
different
start
videos
this
about
food up, the only process in my mind thinking is, I wish I could go in that video and take everything off his fucking table.
What?
Give him a fucking basket full of fucking salad. Another basket of tomatoes.
fat people in the way that they face, you know, certain
You know, there's this video by this girl, bro, that didn't get enough clout. The one that show all these fat people doing the mukbangs. And she's like, yeah, dead. Yeah, dead. Remember him? Dead. Like, that video needs more shine because we don't need more of this. We don't need more of this, bro. We don't need people who are already not caring about their health, almost on their deathbeds, because that's what this is. And then now we're just giving them more views to enable them to eat more, bro. No, bro.
backlash that is
Not on
unfair.
that.
I've noticed that when
I
a
don't
fat
like that
person's doing
shit.
like a mukbang or a skinny person's doing a mukbang, people
Look
will
at
look at the
this
fat
shit.
person and
Look
be
how
like, yo,
much.
you need to chill, versus the skinny
There's not a single piece of protein in that motherfucker. He ain't losing weight with that. You can only lose weight when you eat protein, bruh. That's nothing but straight carbs, bruh.
person doing the exact same mukbang. Nobody's saying you need to chill, even though they're both technically performing an unhealthy eating habit or promoting unhealthy eating habits, right?
Fuck.
And we can definitely talk about body positivity in the fat people community, or you'll see like a woman post, oh, I'm body positive, or I'm feeling, you know, sexy and feeling whatever, and people in the comment section are gonna be like, you look like a humpback whale, the Michelin man, you look like Pillsbury Doughboy, you look like the white dude from Big Hero 6, I forgot what it was called, you look like Olaf the Snowman. You get what I'm trying to say. And most of all this stuff that we cover today is coming from people with Gen Z and even younger at times. And this is all important because I've noticed people are unable to come to terms with their own body. There's plenty of insecurities going around. And then at the same time, there are people who feel insecure based on the post they saw and start spreading hate in the comment section on other people's body types. When in reality, everybody should just be vibing, bro. As long as you're striving towards health and promoting health, everybody should be allowed to feel confident in the way they look. Nobody should be checking themselves out way too many times and comparing themselves to other people. That's how you start to become unsatisfied with your progress. And sometimes that unsatisfaction can lead to different things. things like
I
substance
can
abuse,
stretch.
eating
finna
issues,
dunk
and
on
there's a
niggas
lot
all
of
day.
long-term health consequences
What?
at the end of that. So the biggest conclusions to the video is everybody should probably be hitting the gym, be happy with your progress, be fit, don't glorify unhealthy activities to the extreme. But if you are skinny or if you are fat, health should be prioritized, not aesthetics. But people lift and work out for aesthetics and not for health. There are people who are jacked like Arnold Schwarzenegger level and they won't even be able to run a mile. Fitness is not determined by the way you look necessarily all the time. No, don't get me wrong, it can be though. It can be though. So don't, hey, that's not an excuse to be, you know, I'm saving 700 pounds or being 25 pounds. All right, relax. So yeah, don't judge books by its cover. Yabba dabba da, blah blah blah. You get the message. But that was today's video. Let me know down below if you think that.
Hey man, shout out to Love Hidal or Hilal or whatever, man. Good video, man. T-Row, you got something to say to the people, man?
Just love yourself, man.
For sure.
Whether you skinny, fat, whatever. But you know, if you fat, try to change it, bro. Like he said, try to be the healthiest you can be. Good. Because, you know, when you get older, bro, all that being fat, it's going to take a toll on you. You're more likely to have health issues when you're oversized. And even when you're undersized, too.
Stop
just
fucking
be
eating food
comfortable.
and throwing up.
Yeah, just be comfortable with the body you have. And if you're not comfortable, you can always change it.
For sure. And y'all niggas, that being said, man, y'all niggas probably saying, man, Jay Stu went off on us, man. Jay Stu said we gotta get right. What is on my fucking hoodie, nigga? Define your goddamn life. You know why this shit came around? You know what's my qualifications for talking like that? I was a fat fuck. Fat as they come, bro. Size 48 waist, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Fat as they come.
Now I got a fucking... Oh shit, they can't see it. I'm trying to lean back. Oh, I can't. Well, y'all can't see it, bro. The camera won't go up. I'm trying to show you the 6-pack, man. You know what I'm saying? I used to be fat as shit. And I transformed my whole life just by learning how my body works. You know what I'm saying? You can do it too. So it's in all of us. But that being said, if you made it to the end of the video and you didn't click off for me flexing on you, I appreciate you. You're a real nigga. And I want you to define your life. Go ahead, do that. Till further notice, we out.